welcome back to the Team Empire podcast. You're here with your host, Shannon. Another episode, 87. Another bikini gal, highly requested. Needed to get her on. Been working on it for months. We've been chatting heaps and heaps about it. So we've got lots to go over. I've got the beautiful, worthy of victory, G. Pettersson. How are you, G?
Hi, Shannon. Hi, everyone that's watching. Thank you for having me on. I've been pretty good.
That's
Yeah.
good, eh? We'll chat all about what you've been up to, of course, because it's obviously post-season, post-New Year, all of that. And just for everyone out there, I call you so many names, say G, little G, G.Pett, it's all the same person. So that's just what we're doing. I love it. So maybe we'll start with that. How was your Christmas? How was your New Year? Did you like take a break from coaching? Probably not, but tell us about what you got up to over that time.
Everyone always asks me if I always take a break, and I'm like, no, this is a 24/7 lifestyle. This is something that, you put your all into, so why would you be taking a break?
Yeah.
Obviously, we had Christmas events and things like that, and I did have a few meals off plan and stuff. The training never stops, the cardio never stops. I love the grind. And also, me and my partner went over to Australia. So we went over, I think it was the 30th of December for 2 weeks. So I still trained over there. I still did all my cardio, my steps were up and everything. But for the first 4 nights, I didn't track my meals at all. But then after that, I was up with my nana, my grandparents up in Noosa, which meant I sort of tracked till like dinner time with my food nutrition wise. And then when I had dinner and pudding, I just had what I wanted. Ice cream and stuff.
Balance.
Yeah.
Live with
So
that.
it was pretty good. It was pretty good. Yeah.
Oh, nice, mate. Where did you train over there? Did you find some cool gyms?
So in surfers, my partner and I, we went to World Gym just once. And then in Brisbane, we just went to a snap. And then in Noosa, we just go to a snap. It's
Nice.
easy.
Yeah.
So,
There's always gyms
it's
around, eh?
pretty cheap, actually. We got a snap pass for 10 days in Noosa for $70 24/7.
What? That's cheap. My
That's what
God.
I thought.
Yeah, the World Gym down in Surfers was like, oh yeah, it's $140 for a week. And I was like, what? Like,
Yeah, we only brought 1 day pass here because even the 3 day pass is just expensive.
too much, eh? Too much. Not paying for World Gym. When you've got
I
equipment at a Snap or
I
something,
know.
why would
Yeah,
you?
yeah.
We're going to talk all about your journey. I can't wait to chat about it. I've got so much to talk to you about. And we've got lots of Instagram questions, which were kind of cool. And I think you like them. So we're going to go through them at the end. But let's just chat about what happened today. Because obviously we were going to jump on the pod today already. We already had that booked in. And then about an hour, like probably longer than that, maybe a couple of hours ago, they put up the Bikini Pro Show on the website, on the IFBB Pro website, like all the, where all they list all the pro shows. So we've got one in November, and Mo hasn't even announced it, but we've all found it. Kate found it, and then I read a double check it's true. And potentially our pro qualifier for the amateurs to go pro. So you've seen all of this too. What do you reckon? Who do you think's going to turn up for the pro show?
Oh, for the pro show, I hope all the girls in New Zealand do. I hope that is it Christelle from Aussie comes over and like the Aussie girls and all of them, especially because it says Palmerston. I'm hoping that's Palmerston North.
Yeah.
So that's my hometown, so I'll be definitely there supporting everyone. And who knows if nationals is the weekend before, if I aim high, hopefully,
Yeah.
you know, you could step on the pro stage.
Yeah, straight after, right
Yeah.
after. Knows who that's going to be. Will we find announced soon? But hopefully all the ladies turn up, like Leah Rubin and Amy Jacobs, and yeah, Christelle and
Yeah.
Lily and Kate will obviously be there. And I think there might even be some old pro, not old, but like older pros that maybe haven't competed for a bit in the bikini division that were planning on doing it anyway. And so now that there's a New Zealand one, I think it'll be big, and hopefully the audience will be just as big, eh?
I reckon it will be. I reckon the region, if it's at the region, I reckon it's the best venue. So
Yeah, it's so nice, hey. So everyone get on it. We'll obviously find out more about that soon, but we had to chat about it real quick. All right, babe, tell us everything. Obviously, you've mentioned a little bit about this, but where in New Zealand are you from, and what do you do? What do you do with your day to day?
so I'm from Palmerston North, but I'm actually in Halcombe out the country. So it's about half an hour away from Palmy. My day-to-day life, so I'm a student at uni. This will be my third year coming this year. So my third year out of school. I am a junior law clerk, so I work in a lawyer's in Fielding, which is about 10 minutes away because I'm studying law and commerce. And yeah, then I'm just full-time, bikini bodybuilder.
It's like a full-time job, isn't it? It takes up
Yeah,
enough of your
it
time.
is. Yeah.
I love that. So she's going to be a lawyer.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. Good corporate lawyer, that's the goal.
Yes, girl. Legally blonde, but 2.0.
Yeah.
Better. It's what we
Yeah.
do. I love it, mate. That's cool. Do you have a sports background? Like, what did you do in school? Did you like play sports? Have you ever been into sports, or is it just gym as soon as you started?
No, so I've always been active ever since I was, quite young. I remember, I don't actually really remember, but my mum put me in ballet when I was, real young, like toddler, and I hated standing on my toes, so I got pulled out of that. And then from, primary school, you do the normal New Zealand netball. So I played netball, and then I got into competitive swimming because my mum was a competitive swimmer as well. I played competitive tennis. My dad was a competitive tennis player. And I got into like gymnastics, but it was at a point at gymnastics where they told me I couldn't compete with the steps or something, la la la. Anyway, they ended up pushing me towards cheerleading, which was next door at the stage. So I joined the cheerleading team, and from there I was about, I want to say maybe 9 till 14 or 15, and I just kept with the cheerleading, and I guess that's where my performance background comes from, because you're on the stage and you're wearing all your makeup, and I was doing duos with one of my good friends, Jada, at the time. So it was just us on the stage, doing backflips, and yeah. So, and then from there, I was about 14, I quit cheer because I kind of outgrew it, I guess. And I kind of had like a year off, I guess, from everything. And yeah. So then me and my friends joined the gym when I was in year 12, I think. So what's that, 17?
Yeah.
And we were just kind of mucking around and things because, that's what you do. And then I kind of started noticing that I was kind of strong, maybe a little bit. And I noticed like my lats, like I could flare them and stuff. And I was like, oh, this is cool. And then somehow I saw like Georgia Patching, because she lived around here in Fielding. I saw her profile and things, and then I don't know how it all happened, but I did a training session with her, and yeah, from there, and then I got in contact with like Shane, and then yeah.
Yeah, because there's a little hub down there, in Palmy, of like bodybuilding people, and there's like a cool little community,
Yeah. Yeah, it's very small though, I'd say.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but they're powerful. Like whoever's down there is like, it's just a few, but they're all really good.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
love it. It's like sneaky. It's like Christchurch, there's all these cool
Yeah.
people down there. That's awesome, baby. Have you ever thought about doing fitness division because of your background and like cheer?
I actually did kind of consider it after nationals. I didn't consider it, but I did talk to Frank about it. I was like, well, maybe I could start training like my back flips again and stuff like that. And he goes, you just need to be careful, like don't want you to get broken and stuff. I think it would be really cool. There's not many people, like no one does it in New Zealand anymore. So
Yeah, it's
because
very.
I think I heard you say once Rochelle used to do it.
Yeah, both Rochelle and Rachel have both done it before. So Rachel, the one that hello balloons, the one that was that won the wellness pro card and went overseas. So Rachel,
Oh,
and then Rochelle obviously had one of our newer
yeah.
bikini. Yeah, they both have done it, but no one else since. It's but sad, eh?
I think it would be really cool to try and do. I just think it would take up a lot of time, like the routine and everything, and especially flipping when you're so depleted and stuff.
They're crazy. I don't know how they do it. And like even the best fitness division in the Olympia, Missy Truscott, she's moving to figure. So it's like it's getting smaller fitness. I'm like, no, but I guess it's just so hard to do it. It's just a bit tricky.
Yeah, I love Missy. She's real cool.
Same. She's gonna do good in figure too, though.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
reckon. I reckon she'll take it out at the Olympia.
Yeah. She's stunning. There's so many good figure girls there. It's gonna be fun to watch this year. All right, tell us how many shows have you done? Have you done two seasons? I can only remember 2 seasons, but tell me how many seasons you've done, and like, do you know how many shows you've done all up?
Yes, so this was my second season last year. So in my first year, I did Shane's show, so Palmy, and then both nationals again. And then last year, I did Palmy show, Wellington show, both nationals, and then Moes Muscles.
Yeah.
That was not the intention. The intention last year was just to do 2 shows.
Oh, what happened? Why 4?
Well, because there was 11 weeks between Palmy and nationals last year.
Yeah.
So I was kind of I don't know. Wellington was right in the middle, so I was like, why not?
Yeah.
And I felt like I needed to get more of the like nerves out.
Yeah.
So I thought getting back up on stage it's not going to hurt me. I was already like, as soon as I did Palmy, I just kept losing weight and losing weight and losing weight, and
You're
it was real. I just wanted to get. It was I was ready.
Yeah, yeah.
I was ready well before nationals. Yeah.
You were, and then Moes, we'll talk about that in a second. Oh my God. But would you recommend that? Like, do you think it's good for other girls to do a bunch of shows? Or I feel like some people are made for it and some people aren't, hey?
Yeah, for sure. I thought it would be a lot harder, but it was I think it was fine.
Yeah.
I think maybe in your first season, maybe just stick to, one or two. But if you can, you can. And if you're ready, why not?
Yeah.
But
Yeah. That's the thing. If you're
it
ready.
is expensive though. So, I mean, if I didn't have my parents supporting me, there would be no way. There would be no way.
It's hard. It takes a team. It takes a village, eh?
Yeah.
It really does. Yeah. All right, let's talk about Moes, babe. That was cool. I'm so happy I got to see part of it, not the whole thing. I'm so gutted I couldn't film you, but you took it out, my girl. Overall bikini champ, and that was your first overall.
No.
Finished the year. Was it your first, or have you done it before?
Yeah, it was my first overall.
Thought so.
And I was only 19, so I just turned 20 like in December, so I was only 19, and I just felt, I don't know. There was a video, someone took a video of when I got the overall, but I don't think it shows how excited I was.
Oh, it was too
I
quick.
was speechless. Like I was like shocked. I didn't really like, I knew it was happening, but I just was like, is this real? Like, I don't, yeah. It was just such a cool feeling, especially because I had no intention to do that show. It was, so Nationals was the Saturday, and then I think it was the Sunday, Frank and Kate were messaging me saying, you should come back up and do Moes the following weekend. Then you can just, not do a regional this year. And I was tossing and turning about it. I was more stressed about working out how to get the tan off from National. I wasn't, there's no problem of getting on the stage. I knew I could do that. It was just getting the tan off. I was more worried about. But in the end, me and mum and I booked tickets up to Auckland. I think it was a Tuesday night. And then we flew out Thursday. I had an exam online on Friday and then competed Saturday.
Wow.
Yeah.
And then won. Yay.
Yeah. It was so good. It was so good.
If only there was pro cards, I keep saying to like Casey and you and like they did last year, you would have been a pro.
Casey. Oh yeah.
Yeah, Casey did awesome too. Was it cool to be backstage with like the team and like have them on the stage with you, see the boys?
So cool. Yeah, even because all the pros were downstairs. So when you'd go to like the female toilets or whatever, you would walk past all the pros in their room, and it was just like cool to see, knowing that there were all these big pros in the house,
I love it. And then the next year, you never know, you might be backstage with the bikini pros.
Yeah, hopefully.
Yeah.
So,
that'd be so cool. And I really hope some big names come over. You never know. Like you just don't know who could come, but it would just be cool to see it. And what was it like battling it out with your teammates on the stage? Because that was going to that happened too. Hey, a few of you made it till the overalls, and so you're battling with Amy and stuff. Tell me about that. Was that fun?
yeah. So most of my shows I was battling with teammates. Teammates now. Breakers a big team, and Nationals is probably the most memorable because I was in the top 4 for both, and the natural nationals of who was in there, Chantal and Lily and Becky there. That was really cool. Like, you can't feel sad for your teammates like beating you or not beating you. I feel like just as happy for them, like if they're beating me. Like Chantal at Naturals beat me for juniors, but I beat her last year, so it's kind of like this little, who's going to win this year? Yeah, it's kind of like a little battle, but it's all friendly,
Yeah,
it's quite
definitely. It is cool, babe. And so this year, you're going to compete this year?
Yes.
Yay.
Pretty cool. So that was the game plan of doing Moes, was so that I could have, because I need to grow. That's just basically what I need. I just need to grow. So yeah, so bigger off season and not come in for a regional and just hopefully just go straight to nationals.
Yeah, that was my next question. Is that your plan to just not even do it, and to see how you go?
Yeah, I mean, the calendar hasn't been released, so I'm not entirely sure. I haven't actually talked to Frank much about it since Moes because I know he has a plan. I just follow the plan. I don't ask and stuff. He just tells me what to do, and I'm like, yep, we'll do that.
Yeah,
I trust him, so
it works. It works.
yes.
And you're a junior, so no, sorry, you go, babe. What were you gonna say?
The only thing that kind of annoys me about competing at nationals is that my exams are around nationals, and that's the only hard part. That would be something I'd consider to not do nationals for, but I don't think I can stop doing nationals. No.
You gotta find a way to do it all.
No.
And you do. You find a way. So it's been done before. I love that, babe. And are you gonna keep competing as a junior until you're too old to do that?
Yeah, hopefully if I look, I don't know, maybe good enough in the next couple of years, I'd love to go overseas and do like a junior nationals or something. If I'm, still an amateur or whatever. Yeah.
Like
That.
no.
Cool.
Yeah. And there's so many things you can do.
It's till like 23, is it?
I think it is 23. Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Yeah.
I've
Yeah.
still got a good 3 or 4 years.
Plenty of time. Plenty of time to take the junior overall champs or the junior champs of each regional that you can, nationals. I love it, babe. I need to know how, this is my biggest question. This is when I was like, I want to get G.Pett on. I want to know how you stay so disciplined when you're so young, because when I was 19, I moved to Aussie and I was a party queen. I was all over the fucking festies and I was on it every weekend and I was going crazy benders, all of that shit. Cleaned that up, clearly, but I did that for like 7 or 8 years and I was just one of those people. But you are studying law, third year of that, smashing your exams, overall bikini chat, like, you know, like you just do so much for such a younger person. Are all your friends partying? Is that something that's around and you're just not interested, or do you balance both? Like, how do you do it so young?
Well, it was probably year 13, so I had excellence endorsed NCA in year 13 by about term 2, I think. And I'd kind of left school and I was just working at a cafe and all of my friends were just, partying, la la la. I was on a meal plan at the time. No one even knew I had a coach in year 13. And I was on a meal plan at school and stuff. So I think my discipline started back then, just doing things when other people didn't know behind the scenes. And yeah, fast forward to when I got Frank as a coach. I don't know. I just feel my friends do party and stuff, and everyone's moved away. So up here, there's not really many of my friends left. I have way more friends online through bodybuilding now, but they all live down south or up in Hamilton, So I also do uni online, so I need to stay disciplined with that. So I think that also helps me stay disciplined with my bodybuilding, and then all of it pushes into each other.
Yeah.
And how.
Yeah.
And
And
I just have all these big goals, and I'm already in my 20s now, and it's like if I just mess something up, I'm not going to get there. I need to keep going. I need to keep pushing. Like I want to reach the top, I want to keep going.
Nice. You're real goal driven, eh? Like just you're on your goals.
Yeah.
Yeah, nice, babe.
Yeah. Not in control. You're not going to reach your goals. Like,
I love it. You got your head screwed on for such a young one. I love it. You're going to be a lawyer by the time you're 22. So how many years have you got left?
So it's a 5-year degree because it's a conjoint degree. So because I got my job last year at a lawyers and fielding as a junior law clerk, you don't normally get that opportunity till you've actually graduated. So having that on my belt is going to be really good. I do want to, when I'm graduated, I want to move out of New Zealand.
Yeah.
I want to go where the law is good. Probably, I want to go somewhere like Sydney or Singapore or London or something where the law is really good. Doesn't mean I'm going to stay there forever, but.
Yeah. We'll be watching on the pro stage. He'll be over there somewhere, wherever you are. We'll be watching.
Before I move.
Yeah. Absolutely. It'll all be happening, babe. And we've got a few years of you left, hey? You're not leaving anytime soon.
No, I cannot afford to. Probably won't even be in 3 years. It'll probably be longer. So
yeah. And with the law stuff, do you have to change is it because you're learning, is it like quite general? So you can move to a different country and it's still sort of the same stuff, or do you have to do extra stuff if you're going to move countries?
I think I'll have to do extra stuff if I move, like applying to the bar and things like that.
True.
And learning some, the certain countries' rules and stuff. I'm not really sure. I haven't really looked into it because I'm still quite far away.
Yeah, that makes sense. Cool. Well, we'll see what you do, babe. We'll see what happens when it happens. But this year, we're just going to enjoy seeing you on the stage. So she's not leaving just yet. No, stay in. What do you do do you have any free time? And what do you do if you do have any free time? What do you get up to?
Well, at the moment I don't start work till Tuesday. Uni doesn't start till February the 24th. Nice. So I've got all of this downtime and I actually get quite bored. Like in my free time, I get quite bored. Like right now, I try and drag the gym out as long as possible, or I'll go on sunbathe or I'll go on cocoa. But in my normal day with uni and work, if I do have downtime, to be honest, I'll probably just sit on my phone or go and practice some posing or, take Coco for a walk.
Keep it chill.
Yeah, pretty chill. Yeah. Or go see my nana. I love visiting my nana.
Cute. Or do some meal prep. Well, there's always something to do.
There's always something.
Something going on. Have you ever thought about, like, if you do go pro and you're like all about it, would you ever think about leaving like doing your law job or doing your career and moving right into fitness and just being full sponsored and maybe coaching and stuff? Have you ever thought about dive? Because obviously you're good friends with Kate and Frank. Like, have you ever thought about that direction, or are you like, nah, I'd like to keep it separate?
Right now, I think I'd like to keep it separate. I don't think I could ever be a coach or a posing coach or something like that. I know about nutrition, and posing like that, but I don't really care about going into the depths of it. I just like being told what to do. And I'd rather have my law side, something that I can focus on and have a break from both sides.
Yeah, have a distraction away from each other.
Yeah. And I really do like, my lawyer side of things. Dressing up for work and
It's cool. It's professional.
Yes, professional. It's been my dream since I was a young girl, so.
Oh, that's cool, babe. I love it. I think it's really cool when professionals have like a full-time career. I think it's really like admirable, because a lot of them do quit, and just do sponsorships and just stuff like that. And that's cool too. But
I can't tell you what it will be like in 5 to 10 years. But for now, I'd like to keep them separate. Yeah,
I think that's a good thing to do. Just gives you something else to like free up your mind, hey, like some separate part of your life. That's good. Speaking of Frank and Kate, I want to know all about the journey with them, because obviously you're really close with them now. They've like pretty much adopted you as like a part of the family. But when did you meet them, and how did you meet them, and like how close are you to them now? Do you hang out with them quite a bit? Tell us all about it.
So I started coaching with Frank. I think I was having a look before. I think it's mid-year of 2022. So I was 17. So it's been 3 years now.
Yeah, almost.
Yeah. So from there, 3 years. And just over that time, I don't know, now they're like my second lot of parents. We've become so close. I just love talking to them. I literally feel like they're my second parents. Even out in public when I was with Frank in Hamilton once, we got told that I was his daughter and he was my dad. We just went with the flow because I was like, I don't care. But yeah, I go up and stay with them for weekends and things like that. They mean a lot to me, and I'm very grateful for them, having them as coaches.
And
honestly, I could not picture having anyone else as a coach.
Yeah, you'd never change, would you? I can't imagine it.
No.
Frank's got Olympians. You don't need to level up any further.
No.
Oh, that's cool, babe. I love it. And it's just been a good little community, because you've got Kate as your posing coach as well, I believe. And how's that been? Like, have you enjoyed posing with her? How long have you been posing with her as well?
Yeah, I've enjoyed posing with Kate. She's a very good poser. Like, if you watch, like at the Olympia, I reckon she's the best poser there. Just, I don't know how that didn't make her top one, top one.
Yeah.
But yeah, I think we just do FaceTime calls unless I'm up there visiting, and I'll do in person. I like to do in person because I can walk alongside her and things like that. But coming to Hamilton is a long drive. I can't really go up there every week. So I think I've been doing calls, I did my first prep, when was it? 2023.
Yeah.
So I started posing, I think it was November 2022.
Oh, nice. Yeah.
So it must have been it was August, a good like 9 months before my.
Yeah. Was that good? Do you think you need it? Like, it's good to have that much time?
You definitely need to start posing as early as you can. Yeah.
Even in
the off season, like I try practice as much as I can, because it's noticeable if you do not pose.
Yeah, definitely. I wish we had a best posing award. I reckon it would kick everyone up the ass.
Cool. Australia do that, don't they?
They do, yeah, but they have a posing school that gives the award out. So I think that's find it a little bit like, how do you be unbiased, or who judges it without having one of their clients win, So I think they're pretty good at keeping it unbiased over there, but it's just one of those tricky ones. But maybe we'll get it here one day.
Yeah, I think doing those like FaceTime calls with Kate, you can go back to when you first started, because she records some things and you'll record yourself. And it's just so funny going back to see how you started compared to now. So I reckon you should always take videos of yourself posing, look back on them. That's what Kate always tells me. Look back on them, and then just keep practicing the same pose over and over.
Yeah. And your physique too, because you want to see how much that changes for real. Got that. Yeah. It's
easier to pose when you're leaner, in my opinion.
Yeah, definitely. It's a more confronting when you're in off season. I just did it this morning, but I mean, it's got to be done, right? And chickens too. You can just do it while you're doing a chicken. It's quite easy.
Yes, that's what I do as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
With your posing routine, do you tell Kate that you want certain things, or do you ever be like, I want to do what's in your routine to Kate, or like does she pretty much just tell you how it is?
I kind of like that she tells me how it is. She
Nice.
comes up with all these, different ideas. She comes up with a few options, and then she'll give me, I'll try them all, and then she'll be like, well, one's your favorite, and I cannot make decisions. So I'm like, I don't know, you choose. It's just constant. I cannot make decisions. So normally she'll just come up with a plan, and it's perfect every time. So
Yeah. Just leave it to her. Leave it to the professionals.
well, it's not her. Well, it's her job, but like
Yeah.
I trust her. I trust she's got something. So,
yeah, she's great at it, and she's got a posing coach of her own. So it's cool when your coach is always leveling up. Hey, and her posing's only gotten better over the years. It's been fun to watch. Hey.
So cool. It's so elegant and it's so nice to watch.
Yeah. Everyone sees Laura Lee's the best. I don't like fluff. She does too much now. I love her, but just too much. Kate's got it simple. She's got it beautiful. Watch your space, Laura Lee, because Kate's coming back.
Yeah, exactly.
We're all sure of it. Let's talk about like more of the nitty gritty, but do you prefer like a build phase or a cut? I think you prefer a cut, but maybe we can talk about your favorites of either. Like, what do you like about a build phase and what do you like about a cut?
I think I have both favorites and non-favorites of both, but I do think I maybe I do like a cut. I like to see my abs come out. I do like to feel in control, that knowing that you're losing weight each week. And especially after I do my first show, once I've done that first show, my weight just starts to drop real fast, and then it's real fun. Yeah, I start all these carbs and stuff. So I love and seeing the veins come out and things like that. I do love that. But the things that I don't really like so much in prep is my sleep was terrible this year. I could not get to sleep at all. Yeah, my sleep. Every like little irritable things were like 100 times worse. Like people eating at dinner, sometimes I had to shut my ears because I could not handle it. I could not handle sitting next to someone eating.
Noise.
And I would sit on my phone on TikTok and I would watch people eat videos. So I don't even know how that works, but it's just those little things really. In the off season, I do like reverse dieting as well. I do like that. And I do like an off season because you're building your body, and I do love food as well. Like Becky said, I'm quite a foodie, especially when it comes to pastries and puddings and stuff like that. But one of the negatives in off season, I think, not a negative as such, but my skin is just always is not as clear as prep. My skin is perfect in prep. Come off prep, having all those, cheat meal foods and stuff. Yeah. I don't think anything really bad I don't like about prep or the off season. It's just like the off things, like people eating, like nothing really to do with prep itself. Like, I love what I do, so I'm not complaining about the process. I just kind of complain about the other stuff.
Yeah, all the side things that come into it.
Yeah. Other people annoy me.
Yeah, getting in my way.
You're in prep if you're grumpy. Oh, you're in prep. That's why you're grumpy. No.
No, I'm not. It's like the period thing. Got your period? Like, no, you're annoying me. I get mad road rage, but I'm no prep.
Oh, yeah. Thank you.
I get it anyway, but who knows? Yeah, it's just part of the process, isn't it, babe? We roll with it.
But no, I do love seeing the abs and the glutes come out, especially this year. I could see my glutes way more, or last year.
Yeah.
So that was quite cool. Yeah.
It's really cool. You can see what you've built and then how much more conditioned you can get, and it's really fun to see. Yeah, I love it. Reverse dieting, you enjoy it? Like, you're crazy. I love it though. I'm not going to talk about that because everyone hates it. And we both see everyone whinge, and we all know how and it's quite hard. But how do you manage it? Obviously, I know you've got your mind on the prize all the time. Is that kind of what keeps you going in reverse dieting too? How do you stay controlled with not
I think that is kind of what keeps me act, but really it's because I'm a big foodie, like I do live for my off meal on the weekend, but even if I had one snack off plan during the week, I would feel so guilty. I've never had a snack off during the week. Only my cheat meal dinner is the only time I'll cheat off plan, ever. And I've never I don't know why. I feel so guilty, like to myself and to Frank if I did that. But I don't know. I just love a reverse because you're slowly gaining weight. But if you do it right, you're not going to be putting all this fat on. You're going to be doing it like in a lean way, and you'll still be able to see lines and things like that. That's why I can still kind of see lines now. I didn't just blow out, but I definitely do sometimes maybe overeat on a cheat meal.
Yeah. Yeah. Just have a big one. One big
Yeah,
one.
I do. I do tend to do that a bit, but I feel like, in my opinion, it's okay because I'm not snacking during the week.
Yeah. Yeah.
So
And your
I
body's
kind
just
of
going to
block
process
that
it.
out of my brain. Yeah, I'm
Yeah.
like, oh, it's okay. I'm not going to snack during the week.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm not really sure. I just love seeing the slow progress of gaining weight, I guess. Yeah.
Yeah, I love that. I think for me, it's like as soon as I get off the stage and I know I'm done for the season, which is I've only done once, but I
Yeah.
mean, as soon as I get off, I'm like, okay, the next season's like my plan, like already, I want to already envision what I'm seeing next time. This is what I bought this year. I'm already ready. So I'm not even like, there's no like break or anything, I don't think for
No,
me. Like, yes,
right.
there's extra meals, but it's just like you're already on the next plan for the next thing. So it's like, yeah, I don't know. That's my mindset around it kind of thing. So,
And people don't understand that, and that kind of frustrates me sometimes, but they just don't know.
oh,
You know, your prep finishes and they're like, oh, let's go out here and there. Oh, why can't you eat this?
yeah.
Like, lifestyle. This is why you don't do it, but I do it.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
don't.
it's funny, isn't it? It's like they do it for like the end goal is the show day, and it's the end
Yeah,
goal, and it's like
that's
that's
not,
the end
it's
goal.
just part of the process. Yeah.
You keep
Oh,
going.
yeah, keep
Climb
going.
into the end goal. I love it. What is Frank like through a reverse as well? Is he pretty good? Like, does he, if you obviously keep him on because you've got to keep your coach on, but does he still check in with you like normal? Is he pretty good? Is he pretty lenient if you do slip up here and there?
Yeah. So just check-in weekly like normal. My check-in day is Thursdays and it always has been. Although in prep, it was becoming kind of like daily or every second day as closer to shows. But yeah, for now it's just every Thursday and he's pretty good. In a reverse that every week you're probably going to have less cardio or more food. So you may as well just stay on and you'll get that more food because if you blow out, you're probably not going to have less cardio and you're probably not going to have more food. So I've never blown out so much for him to say something.
Yeah,
So,
yeah.
but I assume he'd be pretty lenient. From what I've seen from other girls, like he'll just explain it to you and, put
Yeah.
you on the track. He's pretty
Yeah,
good.
I'll put you in the naughty corner. He's a good coach like that. And like tell you off too
Are
hard.
you allowed to do anything, especially after prep? Yeah.
Yeah. He's awesome. We love Frank. We love you, Frank. He'll be listening for sure. We know he will. His little gal on the pod, he's gonna help you listen to the whole thing. What was your favorite show? Obviously, Moes was probably your favorite, but is it your favorite in terms of like the whole logistics, like backstage, like the girls, and like sometimes the experience with your teammates and stuff can make the show. So, like, what was your favorite show, like that you've done so far, completely?
I think Moe's was a great show because I won the overall, but I think I actually liked the backstage better at nationals.
Oh,
I'm not really sure why, but all my family was at nationals as well, and all the girls were at nationals. We had like Casey come over from Australia, and all the girls from down south. Seeing them was really cool. I loved hanging out with like Chantal and just all of them. It just makes it so much better backstage. I love backstage,
yeah, it's good.
and yeah, I just really enjoyed that show, especially and because I was top four for both of the nationals, but for the second show, the normal nationals. So it was doing my open class B at the standard nationals, and there was a huge lineup of us. I think there might have been like eight, 9 or 10 of us, and I knew I was going to do okay, but then when I got the gold, I don't know, just getting gold in that class made the year feel really good. And I felt really good after that standard nationals because I got first in juniors first. I think I got all first in there. And then I come off stage and see your family, see your coaches, go out for a good meal and have the next day off. And then, yeah, that just really felt really good that
That's
day.
really cool, right? And your class was quite challenging. Like yours, and I feel like it was B and C this year. We're like
These
the
are always quite big.
yes,
Actually, before I did nationals, when you're getting your registration and things like that, I actually got told I should be in class A, which is
oh,
interesting. So, but then Mark was kind of like, "Oh, we'll just keep her in class B because she's been in class B this whole season." So,
well,
so
where do you?
that's interesting. Well, I was pretty much like he could choose either class A or class B. I'm like 157, I think.
Oh,
Seems
right. So right on the edge.
Yeah, right on the edge. And then Mark was like, well, then the lady told Mark he had to make the decision. So I was like, class B. So yeah, I see that. Yeah.
Nice. I'm glad you're in class B because my girl Becky was in class A, and I was
Yeah.
like, what are we up against G
I
this
want
year?
to go up against Becky. I love Becky's physique. She'll go all the way.
Yeah, she's gonna be back next year, so we've got a whole year off with her. So can you imagine?
Yeah, I heard about that. I
Crazy.
was, oh, she's gonna
Yeah.
look insane next year.
Yeah, it's going to be awesome to see. But I was so happy you guys were in different classes. I was like, I just want you both to be in the overall, and you both were like a bunch of times. So, I mean,
I
it all
know.
worked out.
Yeah.
Any dramas backstage or any tea? Like we always want the gossip, but was there anything that happened backstage at any of the shows? You're like, oh, that's a bit weird, or I don't know, just anything, just because we never go back there if we're not competing.
Not really that I can remember, but I do remember at Nationals when we were getting, is it briefing?
Mhm.
The first show for Naturals, and like half the people weren't there, and half of them were mostly men. So, and he was getting quite mad, saying if you're not here for briefing, you're not competing. So then the girls got talking like, why are the girls not ever going first? It's always the boys, and that's just the drama. Like, I don't know, the drama to me is like, why do the boys always have to go first? I want, all the girls are there ready. We've got our appointments on time, and the boys don't have to do anything but rock up. They couldn't make a briefing, so they should be on at 8:30 at night.
Yes, they should.
No hate, but
Yeah, no, that's fair. We are always there on time. There was only a couple of girls missing, hey, but there was a bunch of the guys, and I was like, what are they doing? They don't have makeup appointments. Like, what's happening?
but no, otherwise I don't think I heard that much drama. I think it was quite a good year.
That's good, babe. And what about on stage? Was anyone like not beefing, but was anyone like overly competitive or a bit too much, or was everyone pretty sweet?
Oh, I think everyone's pretty sweet. I always try and walk towards the middle, so I'm not really sure. I don't really look around at other people when I'm on stage. I'm just doing my thing. So
Nice. You're nice. I feel like the boys are worse, hey, when they do their like
yeah.
double biceps and then they touch elbow. It's just funny. Full entertainment for me.
Yeah.
What was your feedback from the judges this year? What are like you and Frank been working on since you got off the stage pretty much for this year?
To be honest, it's a little secret, but I've never actually got the judges' feedback for myself. They normally just talk to Frank. The judges talk to Frank straight after. So, yeah,
So you don't need one. But what have you been doing with Frank? Like, are you building certain spots? I know you said you need to grow, but are there certain areas that you're trying to like build the most?
The feedback from Nationals and Moes, I think, is just to grow, just everywhere. I'm assuming delts and glutes mainly. Glutes, I think it's
Big
glutes. Yeah,
Yeah,
but
bikini shapes.
yeah. So
Yeah.
that's why we did Moes. Essentially, it's a game plan just so we could come into Nationals and have all the time off. Because otherwise, I'd normally compete at Shane's show in August. So it will give me couple more months, I think, building.
Yeah, a little bit of extra time. It all counts. It's all part of
Yeah,
it.
yeah.
I hope Shane does this show a little bit later this year, just so that more people do it as well. Because I feel like more people would if it was just a little bit closer to nationals. But yeah, it's
He
true.
hosts a really good show, and yeah.
If anyone's listening, do TOC, please, for the love of God. There's some champs there that need to be knocked off too, because they've been there a couple of times. Good old Adida. Don't knock her off.
Adida, yeah.
I think Dan Sharplin, he's taken out Classic 2 years in a row. Like, come on, guys, come and knock him out. It's fun to watch too. So if you haven't been to Palmy or you want to go to Palmy, go watch the show. I'll try and make it down this year. Might even be competing myself with
Yeah,
you.
I think a lot of the girls, even from down south, want to do Palmer show. Yeah,
Fun.
Sean, I think she wants to do it, but just depends when it is.
Yeah. We'll wait for the calendar. Everyone just wait for the calendar, but just pencil it in. Maybe we'll just do TOZ. So I've already asked you your plans for the year, so we're pretty much all onto that. But have there been any regional shows you haven't done before, but you would like to do?
I think I would like to do a South Island show one day. I feel like that would be really cool. Just go down in their side of the country.
Yeah, check it out.
Yeah. Well, I feel like the only one I haven't done must be Waikato's.
Oh,
And
yeah.
South Islands.
Yeah.
Waikato's was that week before, so I was never really sure about doing the show back to back. But now that I have done a back to back show, I feel like it would be worth it, especially when you're not prepping, you're not having all that time between shows. It would be, quite good to just get it over and done with, just, the 1 week between.
Yeah.
But I do like having that longer bit of time because it reassures you that you can have all this time to get even more ready,
You got a bit more buffer.
Yeah, like from Palmy to Nationals, I was probably 4 or 5 kgs lighter
Wow.
Yeah.
Crazy how much can change.
Yeah.
Holy
So completely different. So that's what I enjoy. I just love the in between shows because we make lots of progress. Yeah.
You're an animal. Most people hate that stuff. Everyone's like, why do you do the earlier shows? And you're like, give me the hard shit and I'll do it all.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm like different. I sent him the most plain chickens and prep. I'm like, yeah, this is training's good, food is good, cardio is good. Can we have more cardio? Or, can we push harder?
Yeah.
Yeah, I just wanna get there. Be ready. Yeah.
Same.
Yeah.
She's so keen. It's so good. There'll be lots of newbies this year. We always know there's always lots of newbies for bikini, especially. Would you have any tips? Because it's January now, we've got plenty of time, but also it's going to come around real quick. But do you have any tips for like the newbies that are starting fresh as this year? Maybe they've just got their coach but haven't started posing or anything. Like, what would you tell them to do?
Yeah, well, you might think you have lots of time, but I feel like the year goes really fast when you're counting down for a prep. Even my parents are like, counting down for your prep makes the year go so fast because you're counting down the weeks. I think the best thing to do is start posing early. I like to not document my preps, but write down kind of what I'm having and what my weight is going into each show, and then so I can compare it to the year before. That's something that Shane told me to do. He would write down like, your weights of show day, your weights after show day, what you're eating, so you can compare it all throughout the different years. So I think that's real cool. But yeah, just stick to the plan. It's a long time in a prep, but it's also short. It goes fast in the end. You look back and it's done. So just put all your effort in, pose early.
Pose early, girls, definitely. And it might not be for you. I feel like some people do this and it's like they sometimes push themselves into it. And I'm like, maybe it's not for you. Maybe this is your test, you can see, like, do I want to be a body?
Yeah. Even bikini bodybuilding is hard. Like, it's not just, I feel like it's something you should do if you want to aim for the top. I don't understand how just lifestyle people just want to go and do it for a challenge. Like, I think that's great. And like, good on them. But it's so hard to put yourself through all that just to tick it off, in my opinion.
Yeah. And you'll get humbled real quick.
Yeah. Yeah. And then
Not serious about it.
yeah, and then you've got to go through the reverse. And if you stuff that up, I don't know, yeah.
Yeah, it's a bit dangerous just for fun, isn't it? Like you may as well just do it if you're keen to grind. That's it.
Or if you want to be a bodybuilder, yeah.
Did you watch my episode with Frank about the end of year wrap up for 2024?
Yes, I did.
Yes. And
With
did you
the
see
poll results and stuff.
Yes.
Yeah.
And did you see how many people voted for you to become the pro this year?
I was sitting there in Australia and I was watching this podcast and my partner was on the couch and I was like doing some colouring in or something. Like, oh, that's what I do in my spare time, colouring in. Anyway, so I was sitting there colouring in and then you say, oh, who's going to be la la la? And I'm like, oh. And I just like I was kind of shaky. I was like, she's saying my name. And then I made Seth like listen to it and then I texted my mum, I'm like, you better watch this podcast. And I just couldn't believe it. I was like, people actually, think of me when they were doing that survey and stuff.
Yeah, so many. And not just the girls in the WOV team, it was like some of the boys were like G.Pett. I was like, what the? Well, Georgia Peters, they wrote your whole name, but it was like, like 15 to 20% of everyone was like, she's got the next bikini. So we'll see. Hey, it's going to be a good year.
It kind of made me feel like I should post more on my Instagram so people can follow along more. I'm like to Kate, you need to post more as well. People want to see.
Yeah, they do. You guys are busy in the day and stuff, I know, and it's annoying trying to get content when you're like training and things. But while you're on holiday, it's the best time to do it.
Yeah, should have done more, but you just enjoy them. You live in the moment, so
it's it. You're just grinding, babe. You don't have to do the content. It's just fun for everyone else to watch.
exactly.
Let's talk a little bit about the pros, the Olympians, Arnold. Who's winning Arnold this year? It's coming up real quick. Who do you reckon's got it?
I don't really know many people doing it, but in my opinion, I think is it Amy? Is Amy competing?
Amy's
I think Amy.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Sure.
And we could see her come back, and Laura Lee would be 4 times if she gets it.
So Laura Lee, when I first started bodybuilding, Laura Lee was the person I'd look up to, but as the years have gone by, not so much anymore. I don't really know why, but yeah, I know. I'm gonna say Amy.
Yeah, nice. Because usually I think it's Ash K. Maureen's going to be there this year. She missed out on Olympia, so she's coming back with a bit of an vengeance. But it'd be interesting to see. I'm sure someone was going to knock Laura Lee off, though. I feel like she's not going to get 4. That's too many.
Yeah, 4 is a lot, eh?
Yeah,
So
and I think she thinks she's got it, so I don't like it when people think they've got it. I'm like, no, 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 no. It could be anyone.
she's got it so many years in a row. Hopefully, Amy just they work together. What something with the coach or something? What did they have to do for the Olympia? Downsize or something.
They weren't supposed to downsize as much as they did. They definitely over downsized. So she came down quite small. She'd lost a lot of her legs and like just her fullness. So they've really just been like, that was a fuck up. We're not doing that. We're just doing this, Arnold, and then Olympia, and that's it. I think that's all they're planning on doing. So I think she'll come in looking good because of that. How
She's cool because she's a mum as well. So shows that you can do it when you're a mum.
Yeah, she's great. She comes from like a family from alcoholism and a whole bunch of shit. She's crazy and I love her. So it'd be cool to see her win. It'd be good.
Yeah.
Go, I was going to say, go Laura Lee, go Amy.
Um,
And do you think Jen Dory will be back this year? What are your thoughts on her?
I think she might be, but Jen's not really one of my favorites, so I'm not really fussed about it. But I do love her physique. She's very suited to the bikini bodybuilding. So I hope to see her back. I think if she competed last year, she would have won.
Yeah, I agree too. I think it would be sad for Laura Lee to be like, I won it because Jen wasn't here, but also she won it clean. So it's interesting to see who will turn up this year. Who is your favorite Olympian other than Kate?
Yeah, I genuinely just do like Kate. If I didn't have her as my posing coach, I think I would still pick Kate because she was saying on her episode she prefers a more conditioned look as well. And I think I just like the way Kate's condition is as well, the more shredded version, not shredded, more conditioned version compared to like Laura Lee. It's just way softer and I don't know, in my opinion. But I also quite like can't know who I like now.
There's a few. There's too many.
Yeah, there's so many up there. Who came third last year at the Olympia? Was that Jordan?
Jordan. No,
I
you
like
mean?
her.
Oh no, there was Jazzy Fresh, Jasmine.
Yeah, I think it might have been.
Jasmine was
Yeah,
third or fourth, I think. Yes, I can't remember what she was, but yeah, she would look great.
her, Amy. I like Missy Truscott. Just like sometimes people not on the bikini criteria, but yeah, I like Maxine as well. I'm not sure if you know her.
Bikini?
Yeah,
But I
Maxine.
can't think of it. Can't think of it though.
Last name. So, but just random people, not really the top people, but yeah, mostly just Kate.
Mostly just Kate. She's just the bomb. And what about Jasmine? Do you like watching wellness as well?
Yeah, I love Jasmine. She's amazing. She said that her package wasn't her best at the Olympia, but honestly, I was just like, what? Like, what? She looked so amazing. I'm like, yeah, no, she's wow. And she's so young.
Yes.
What, 22,
22.
3?
Oh, yeah.
2 years older than me, and she's got legs bigger than my head.
I know. Her one glute is the size. Oh, she's crazy. And her with some time off, I think, is going to be good. Just her body stopped responding because she'd been going so hard. But I feel like this year with some time off and in Olympia this year and her just qualifying is going to be fun to watch. So
I think we had the same amount of time in prep, a long time, late 20 weeks or something.
Crazy. And with that amount of muscle for wellness too, it's like it just feels like a whole other level. I don't know. But she full experience. And we'll see who gets to Olympia this year for New Zealand. I feel like there'll be a couple.
I reckon.
And an Olympia qualification at our pro show later in the year. So that'll be cool to see.
So cool.
That'll be good. All right, tell me about your glam for show days. I think I know a little bit about this, but just tell everyone else. But do you hire a makeup artist and do you get extensions? What do you do to like your glam?
Yeah, so at Palmy show this year, I actually got Kate to do my makeup because I don't really trust anyone in Palmy. But so I got Kate to do it, which it looked amazing. And I'll definitely be getting her again if I need to. And then for Wellington, I had Jamie, which is one of Makeup by Kendall, one of her friends in Wellington, which is really good. And then for all my other shows, I just get Kendall, Makeup by Kendall on Instagram. She's amazing. I don't even know how she does it so fast, but she did it for my photo shoots as well. Yeah. And I also had hair extensions, but just clip-in ones. And I actually did sleep in them as well the night before show, so I didn't have to worry about getting them done on the day.
Yeah.
So, and that worked fine. That was, absolutely fine. My tan, I normally go with Alyssa from Sun Inspired. Yeah. She's the best. Yeah.
And you always
I stress a lot about my tan. Like, it's sticking to my like pajamas and sweating, especially under my armpits. You can notice on stage it comes off there quite a lot. I'm not really sure how to fix that, but I just maybe just it's a sweating area, so I'm not really sure. But yeah, the tan is make sure you get a good tanner.
Yeah.
Otherwise
Yeah.
it's going to ruin your
Makes a
yeah.
difference. Some of them are
Yeah.
green, some of them are yellow.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, get the proper one. So Sunsply is always good, hey.
Oh yeah. Way better than yep.
A whole lot of others.
Yeah. You don't
Say
want a bad
nothing.
and it looks even better the next day after you wash off the top coat or whatever.
Yeah. And the photo shoots like later as well. They still look really good, eh?
Yeah, the photo shoot.
So Kendall for makeup, guys, or Jamie. Jamie's awesome as well. Or Sunspide for your tans. Just make sure you get in early because they book up both of them. All of them book up real quick. So as soon as the calendar comes out, boom, 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 get on it. And with the tanning, I reckon that because I think we chat about this in our WOV chat a little bit sometimes, but getting some pro tan top coat is a good idea. So that in your show day, because I had the groin creases because I was sweating there. I was sitting down, I was sweating. So if you get a little bit of top coat and just like a little mitt, you can just kind of like cover it up, and it blends like our normal tans here. So if you can get a little pro tan top coat, order it in. They're expensive as fuck, but that'll save your life on sure day. Have you got one of them?
Yeah. So and also there's this funny moment at Nationals last year. Someone, I think it was Mickey. I don't even know. She wants me to say this, but Mickey, you know, when you're laying down all day and it comes off like around your bum and stuff, and it'd come off like around her bum, and then Chantal was bending over and putting it on her bum. It was so funny, but it does come off. It does come off.
Yeah, because it's like a bronzer, eh? It's just a top coat, so it's just like a bronzer.
Stuff like around here, from
Yeah,
like chest neck area, but
just touch as well. Hey, it's just
normally it's pretty good though.
Yeah. Little smush, just get it on there, and then at least you'll be like from the stage, from the audience, you'll be like clean. Like
even sometimes for my neck, I've got just like a really dark bronzer for like your face.
Yeah, and that'll blend your face into your neck too, eh? A little bit like helpful for that because sometimes it can be a little slightly different color.
Yeah.
But that's perfect. Love those. But okay, ready for some Instagram questions?
Yes.
There's some good ones. Are you Kate's little sister?
I wish. No. So many people say we look alike. I'm just trying to be like Kate.
You just are.
No, I'm not, guys. So there you go.
Like she hasn't. Kate doesn't have another little sister we don't know about. But I feel like you look like her the most. I feel like in your newest photo shoot, you sent me some pictures, and I was like, "Holy!"
I need to post those.
Yeah, like the glute, the hair, the fuck, like if the abs. I was like, "Oh my god, she looks like Kate." I wouldn't know the difference, but it's all a compliment, babe. We're not saying that you have to be Kate. You just look the same.
I feel special when people say that.
It's a compliment.
Yeah. Are you sure?
Yeah. Really?
Yeah.
I think I know the answer to this question, but someone asked on Instagram, so we have to ask it anyway. But who has been your biggest inspiration?
In the bodybuilding context, definitely Kate. In my lifestyle, probably my parents and my grandparents.
I love that. Why do you reckon they would be? Are they just like because they're just strong people, they're just lovely people?
They work hard, owning their own business and stuff. So you see what is actually put in behind the scenes to people that don't own a business, just what they do. Yeah. You can't describe it. You've got to work hard if you want to achieve the goals.
That's it. You're a little byproduct of whatever they've been managing to do. Hey, it's quite cool. I love it. What are your thoughts on our new pros? Obviously, we'll just talk about the bikini ones because there's freaking a lot of pros. But what do you think about Lily and Christelle? Have you ever spoken to them both? Are you friends with them both? Are you like Instagram buds?
Yeah, I Instagram both of them actually. So no, I was very, very happy for both of them, especially because I was up there with them when they got awarded with them. Lily, I could just see that coming from a mile away, like everyone else. Before she even got on the Waikato stage, you just knew from like 2023 Nationals, you just knew that she was coming in hot. So, yeah, there was no surprise there. And then Christelle, when I found out that she was coming over, she's amazing. She's so lovely as well.
Yeah. And what is it like when they win their pro card, but you're on stage with them? Is it like kind of weird? Do you feel like a little bit gutted, or are you just like, fuck yeah, stoked for them? And does everyone hug? Like, what is it like?
I was pretty stoked for them. I feel like they looked more like going pro than I did last year. So I was just happy for them, obviously. They got the pro card. And yeah, everyone was hugging on stage and they earned it. They looked the part, you know. They were the ones, you can't really hate on it when they did look the part.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. And you're like, I'm coming still. Like you just
My
wait.
time will come. It's gonna, yeah, it'll come.
It'll come. And there was like Chantal getting up the stage, knowing she was a runner-up. She's like,
Oh,
oh,
yeah.
it's close. Like,
Yeah,
what?
it just makes you hungry knowing, not getting run up or anything, but it just makes me hungrier.
I
Yeah.
think that would have been very close for that whole, because I feel like it was Lily and then all of you three were pretty damn close.
Yeah.
I think you had to judge, hey,
Yeah.
but good on you all. What was crazy. All right, here's a question I've been meaning to ask you. Thoughts on the fit model division?
I had I had the same thoughts as you. Yeah, when it first came out, I didn't lose my shit, but I was just like, what is the point of this? I just did not understand. Like, this is bodybuilding. This is an extreme sport, only that people that want to not die, but want to push themselves do it. And they're putting out this, new entrance level, what you were describing it in Becky's podcast. I just don't really understand the meaning behind it. I understand it's for beginners but we have a first timers class in bikini anyway, and we still have a juniors class and a masters class. So there's still all these different little classes.
Yeah.
But they just don't look like bodybuilders. To me, it's like my neighbor could come to me and say, I'm a bodybuilder too.
Yeah. I'm a pro.
No hate on anyone that does it. They're still going to look good and you're still going to have to put an effort. But
Yeah.
if it's for money reasons,
Yeah. I'd be happier if they said that, like, oh, we need more money, so we're going to bring out this division. I'll be like, oh, cool, like, sweet, you're going to be real transparent. That's all good. But the fact of like, we need it, like, we don't need it.
We don't need it. No, I think bikini's muscular, but I also think like we're not that muscular as amateurs.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah, that's the other thing is we've got the amateur league, and that's supposed to be the entry level to pro, right? So it's
going into IC and like because the natural shows are becoming a lot more popular now this year and stuff. So why don't you just go and compete in that? Like, I'm a natural athlete as well, but
yeah,
you want to push
you
yourself.
want to take it down a notch, you could just do that, maybe.
You want to do because they described it as on the magazine cover, fit model. So why don't you just go and model? I don't know. People are probably not going to like me saying that, but honestly, it's the best policy.
Yeah. But like you are in favor of conditioning as well. So, and I'm the same. Like, if you don't have to get jacked and then can get conditioned, it's not bodybuilding to me. It doesn't fit. So, and I also am pissed about the guys not having one. I think it's sad that the women are getting like this little, we don't need it. If we need it, the guys need it. So, that's how I feel about it. I think you have to be conditioned to be in bodybuilding. Because how can you fairly determine which physique is the best if they've all got body fat still? It's kind of hard to tell.
It doesn't make sense. And then the photos they put up of Ash K, you could still see her abs and her glute lines. I don't know.
Yeah,
I think it'll just develop, and there'll still be muscular girls in it.
Yeah, it'll be hard to see how they judge it, I reckon that's going to be the biggest thing as the first year of judging. I'm excited to see how they pick it because I feel like a lot of girls could look the same if you don't have to get so conditioned. You can all, they look quite similar. So I'm interested to see what they go for, but I'm glad that they are kept into their feet.
I think a positive about it is some of the girls that do compete in bikini, I feel like maybe they just can't get any more much. I don't know.
Yeah. Or maybe
jump in if they do want to, if they can't, because it is hard to put on muscle, right? You've been doing it for years, and it is hard. You're not going to get chunky.
Yeah.
Right. Yeah.
And for sure. And people don't like to train like that sometimes. And it's okay. Maybe that is for you, then fit model, but it'll just be good to see how it goes. I can't wait to see. Yeah. And we're going to have it in New Zealand, so we'll be able to go watch front row.
Yep, I'll be there.
Get up there, girls, and no hate on anyone doing it. Like I keep saying, I'm probably going to have to change my mind about it, and I probably will eat my words and be a hypocrite, but that's how I feel. I'm just like quite passionate, and so are you. So we just love our sport. We love how like elite prestige and like how hard IFBB is. It's like the top of the level. So I feel like this just brought it down just a little nudge.
Yeah, but no one is extreme, so
yeah, we want to go for the top. So we're not. So obviously you're not going to do fit model, are you? You're going to keep going for bikini.
Yeah.
Safe to say. All right, babe, what's your favorite activewear brand? What do you wear the most of?
Bombshell.
Cool.
I love Bombshell. The only problem is I cannot afford to buy it all the time, but Kate is normally my little backup. Sometimes I'll buy some stuff off her if she wants to buy more Bombshell, so she can. But other than that, I'm always looking on like Facebook Marketplace or Trade Me for Bombshell stuff. Other than that, I don't really, I pretty much live in Bombshell, or I have a few Lululemon or Lorna Jane, just stuff like that. But yeah, some Gymshark stuff. Yeah.
Nice. And when Kate gets her sponsorship from Bombshell, I'm sure you'll get hooked up.
It feels like second skin. It's so nice, I reckon.
It's worth the price. It's worth the dollars. It's expensive, but it's worth the dollars. We
Buy-
need to pull together.
Buy on the Black Friday sales.
Yes. Yes, it's the only time they freaking have sales.
That's the only time I buy on there.
Yeah. We'll get onto it next year, babe. Black Friday, we'll do a little group chat.
Yeah.
Will we see a bikini color change in 2025? And this was one of our WOV girls asked this.
Oh, really? I probably would say no. I quite like the blue purples. I do think it suits me, especially because my hair's blonde. I'm not sure. I feel like I'm not really sure how red would look on stage, but one day I could give that a try. But I do like the blue purple.
What about green? Nah?
I do. My green's actually my favorite color at the moment. So I don't know. You know, I might not always have blonde hair, so
True. Yeah.
that could also change things. But for
So
now,
how many suits have you got? Have you got 2 suits? 3 suits?
so I've got 2. So I've got my first year blue one. My second year last year was blurple. But then for nationals and for Moes, I actually wore Amy Jacobs' suit.
Oh, is that what you're wearing? Right.
Yes. So I think it was she wore that. I think she turned pro in it or did her first pro show in it as well.
I think so.
I felt real special wearing that.
That's cool.
Yeah, and it fit perfect. And I wasn't sure about it because the banding on the top and the bottom was quite thick. But I actually prefer that look now.
Right. Yeah.
Double ruffle or whatever the connectors. Yeah.
And so you can fit any bikini top, girls, even going from Amy Jacobs to G.Pett.
Like,
it's not an insult to you, but Amy has got tatas. Okay, so we can make it work. Obviously, stuffing. What are your tips for bikinis? Do you have any tips?
To be honest, I'm not really phased about the top half. I'm like, I'll put padding in there, obviously, but until I can afford to do something, I don't really care. Just try and make the glutes look good and the delts. That's the main part, you know?
Yeah, I don't care about your boobs.
Get the physique and then get the implants.
Yeah, keep working till it can pay for itself.
Because you got the implants doesn't mean you're going to win.
Exactly. It doesn't make you win. Even a lat is better because it opens you up more than having boobs out the front. Sometimes it's all about that shape. Yeah. But are you thinking about that could be an option for you in the future is to get a breast aug?
Yeah, I reckon. I wouldn't. Yeah, I'm open-minded. I want to, but I probably not now. I'm very broke.
Yeah.
I'm a broke student. I'm only 20, so I have no idea when, but yeah, I'd be open to it.
It'd be cool if Kate could give you a sweet discount.
Can I start paying it off now?
Yeah. Afterpay? No.
Yeah.
Probably. Someone asked who's your favorite wellness and figure athletes in New Zealand, but I guess I probably kind of know the answers to it. Maybe give us a couple. Do you have a couple of wellness girls you like and a couple of figure girls you like that you have fun to watch?
Yeah, for wellness, I like Jazz. And is Budina wellness?
She's wellness, yeah.
I like her physique. She's real cool. And for figure, I like G.Pett, Shay, and then is it Michelle?
Yeah.
Yeah. Those 5 probably.
Yeah. Awesome. I love them too. They're so good. So fun to watch. And I wish Bedina would compete again.
I know. Her legs are, they look good.
Yeah, they do. But I think Bedina's probably done. I don't think she'd come back, but she's just always got a killer physique anyway. She didn't even need to compete. And it would be cool to see Paris come back too, but we'll see. We'll see one day. Yes. What is your favorite off-plan meal or refeed meal or whatever meal you call it?
I like to have, for my dessert, I like to have a pastry, like a Danish. I love Danishes. I love pastry. For Christmas, I actually asked for bacon and egg pie for dinner. So I'd probably have to say that's a favorite cheat meal, bacon and egg pie, or going out for pork belly. I love going out to restaurants. So I'm always nagging people to take me out to restaurants, but no one wants to take me out.
Come with me, let's go.
Yeah, no, we go out too much. So Yeah, but pretty standard, I'd say. Meat and then just a really good dessert. Like, yeah, I love dessert. So
And like for your pastries, do you like almond croissants or is it pain au chocolat? What is it? What are your
I wouldn't go for I would go for an almond croissant for like an entree for a pastry, but for pudding, I'd like a custard Danish or fruits, the fruit ones, something like that.
So good now.
Oh,
Damn.
those tomorrow.
Yeah, quick before prep comes. Like
Yeah, every weekend I toddle on over to Palmy, half an hour drive to get my pastry.
it's the only like little sweet thing that you get through the
Yeah.
week. It's a bit naughty, so why not?
Yeah,
You
exactly.
could be spending all that money on alcohol and partying, but you don't. So
Yeah, I'm like, why can't we go out to a restaurant? I don't spend money anywhere else.
it's your little treat. What did you eat after each of your shows? That's probably a big question. Maybe let's go nationals or something, or like what was your go-to after your show?
Well, we finished very late at nationals.
It's true.
Um, so we just went to no, nationals actually because I had a photo shoot the next morning after nationals. We got home at like 9 p.m. So I actually just had peanut butter on toast, I think. And
Oh.
then the next
Okay, what
morning,
about Army or something? What about another show? You finished.
most muscles, me and mum went for this fine dining restaurant, and then we went and got waffles with in Auckland. It was like this croffle place or something. But normally I have like a fat burger and a pastry. Normally I have pastries before dinner. Mum
You
will
must
have
love cronuts
mum
then.
will have a few on a go. What did you say, sorry?
You must love like those cronuts, all those croffles and all those things.
Yeah, I love food. Oh, it's so good.
Yeah. And it is nice after a show because you earned that.
Oh, yeah. And it feels like that calories don't exist after a show because you're so lean
Yeah.
that, yeah, you've got all the space to fill out. And then you're not pregnant. And then you regret.
You go from one extreme to the next. It's fun to do before and after. It's great.
Yeah.
Who was your favorite person to share the stage with last year?
I don't really think I have a favorite. I just think all the girls were really cool to share the stage with this year. Everyone just had a great vibe and everyone was real friendly. Yeah.
Maybe the pros though, because you got to share it with them.
Actually, yeah, it was cool being up there with Lily, especially seeing the height difference and just seeing how big like not big, but how amazing she looks in person. And getting the photo with her after she went pro with her pro card, that's cool.
Yeah. And she's so lovely, hey.
She is. She's just very genuine. Yeah.
She seems intimidating, but she's so nice, guys. And she's already planned her shows for this year. She just told me. She's like, I've got my pro shows lined up, and it's not just the New Zealand one. So it's
No,
gonna
she
be
just told me actually too before this. So
telling her bikini girls, but she's telling no one else. And her
no,
world seems like her little
Lily's telling her favorites.
just her favorites. And she doesn't have many girls on Tom Jackson's team that compete in bikini. So I think she kind of like adopted some of the WOV girls as her girls as well, which is cute.
Yeah, you have to way, yeah.
But I think Tom might have a few extra girls coming this year. So fuck.
Yeah, I've seen a couple.
Yeah.
Trying
to do shit this year, Tom. Come on, like give me a fucking break, man. That's all good. I've got Frank, so bring it. All right. What does your training split look like right now? What are you doing? Are you doing like 3 lowers, 2 uppers? Like, what are you up to?
Yeah, at the moment I am doing 3 lower and 2 upper. So back day, a shoulder day, and all my lower days are, I think one's purely glute focused and then the others are just lower.
Okay, cool. What's your favorite?
I do like a back day, but yeah, I like upper body. It depends. If I'm doing glutes, I really love RDLs. So if there's RDLs in my program, I do love that day. I don't really have a favorite as such, maybe.
Do you hate hip thrusts or are you here for them?
Yeah, I don't really enjoy them that much.
But
because they're just so annoying to set up and sometimes you feel them really great in your glutes and other days it's harder to feel them in your glutes and
it's tricky, hey? Yeah. Sometimes good to use a machine just so it's always the same and easier to set up.
Well, at our gym and fielding, it's a bit limited because we have all the old equipment. So it's always setting everything up when the equipment's old, and that's probably a down about fielding in Palmerston North. We have flex in Palmy, but I don't want to drive over there every day.
Oh, you need a gym at home, babe. The whole setup would be cool.
Yeah, we have quite a few things in our garage at home actually. We just put up a big mirror, but I feel like you get more motivation if you're going to the gym.
Yeah, and you can't just stop halfway through and just go into the kitchen. Like you have to finish the workout.
Yeah. Yes.
I love it. That's pretty much all I had for you today, babe. I think we covered it all. Is there anything else like that you want to share that I haven't touched on?
No, I don't think so. No,
No,
it's pretty.
not yet. We'll talk to you again. I want to chat to you again after this
I
season.
think so. There'll be stuff that I haven't said and I want to say again. So
Yeah, and I'm sure there'll be things happen this year, and like lots of things will happen, obviously, with you and with like Kate and like all of our other athletes. So it'll be cool to like chat about it with you at the end of the season.
yeah, that sounds pretty good to me.
Yay, nice, babe. Well, thanks everyone for listening. Don't forget to like on YouTube and subscribe. And if you're on Spotify, don't forget to give us a rating and follow G.Pett. I've got her Instagram down here. Make sure you go follow her. She's promised a little bit more content, so see what she does. And have a great year, babe. We'll chat to you at the end of the season.
Thank you very much for having me on, Shannon. I appreciate it a lot.
Thanks, everyone. Oh, thanks, everyone. And thanks for listening. Bye.
Bye.